Oskar Rozenberg, one of the hottest skateboarders on the planet. The guy's got skills, man. He's got skills wherever you look at it, street, park, free, any form of skateboarding. This guy's got skills, and he's bringing that skill set, he's bringing his creativity, he's bringing his genius to the Nike line, and he's collaborating to come out with the Nike SB Dunk High Oski Shark. This is the Tokyo About 23 Sneaker Channel. Tokyo About 23 Sneaker Channelです。毎日アップするので、毎日見てください。Every single day, I bring you content from Tokyo, Japan about upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker news, and sneaker reviews. Every day, you know, like daily channel grind, bringing you guys content from Tokyo, Japan. Love doing it. Hope you love watching it. And if you love your sneakers, definitely check out my good friend's channel because he's almost at 1,000 subscribers. He's a military man. He's living overseas away from his family to protect our freedoms. His sneakers in hand. Every single video is sneakers in hand, and they're hot fire sneakers, Yeezys and Maxes and Jordans, the whole range of sneakers out there. So it's a channel you definitely want to support. So I'm going to put a link to that channel right here. Bang! Shoes up, sleeves down. Shoes up as in yes, we like the shoes, but no, we don't like the sleeves. So he's wearing vests all the time because the guy's ripped. If I did that, you guys would switch off. So I'm not going to do that. But shoes up, sleeves down. Definitely a channel to get behind. Go there. Subscribe to his channel, drop a comment down below and tell him Tokyo About 23 sent you because that guy needs to get to 1,000 subscribers and he needs to get there fast because he deserves it and he's earned it. Sneakers in hand, military, overseas, great guy, so definitely check that channel out, shoes up, sleeves down. But for now we're getting into today's content, which is all about this SB Dunk High from Oskar Rozenberg, shortened to Oski. That's his nickname, Oski, and they're calling this the Oski Shark because of some of the motifs on there. And we'll be looking at that sneaker today and taking it apart bit by bit, little by little. But before we do that, the butter movement has a massive sort of thing going on my channel. Part of that is a game, but I don't want to waste your time explaining that game. So what I'll do is I'll put a link to it right there to explain how the game works so you can check that out if you want to understand the game. Basically, if you like to see the rarest sneakers in the world, and we're talking like the rarest sneakers in the world. I mean, I'm not just talking like, oh, that Atmos collaboration. We're talking like the rarest sneakers in the world. Stick around because every Sunday Shoe Butter drops one video on my channel about a shoe from his sneaker collection. Now, if you haven't seen his sneaker collection, ta-ta-ta-ting, there it is right there, $1 million sneaker collection. Some of the rarest sneakers in the world, and he shares one sneaker a week with the channel. And what I do is I drop hints throughout the week about what that shoe is going to be, and you try and work it out. And then on Sunday, I actually, we do the in hand, and you see that shoe for real. And today, what we're doing is Shoe Butter's collection, and the hint is Shoe Butter Personal Favorite. That's the hint. Shoe Butter Personal Favorite. If you know what that means, drop a comment down below. If you think you know which shoe is coming on Sunday, drop a comment down below. But I don't want to waste time on that. People are here to talk about the Nike SB Dunk High Oski Sharks, and I want to look into them and dig into them and have a look at all those different features on them and have a little look at the t-shirts that are meant to be coming alongside these guys. I love it when a collaboration comes with t-shirts too. I remember 2 years ago, the SB Dunk line and Atmos and Undefeated here in Japan brought out collaborations. There were 3 actually, Mita sneakers too. There were 3 collaborations, and they came with like collaboration shirts as well, and they were awesome fire shirts. They had like the pair of sneakers kind of imprinted as if they were dangling on, by their laces across your shoulder. Fire shirts, and I love it when a collaboration comes out with a t-shirt that goes with it too, and it seems to be what they're doing with these guys as well. So we'll be looking at that in today's video. But first, it's a YouTube channel, and I beg of you, I would love it if you could give me a subscribe down below. If you have already subscribed to the channel, I thank you very much. I appreciate you very much. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, click that subscribe button down below and help this thing to grow. And if I don't remind people, they have a terrible habit of forgetting to hit the like button as well. So you out there watching this, please hit the like button down below too. And as I am here in Tokyo, Japan, I do say at the start of every one of my videos, Toroku yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Toroku suru to tasukaru node, zehi toroku o susume shimasu. Ga, ine mo click suru to tasukaru node, ine mo o susume shimasu. Node, toroku ya ine o clickしてください. And with that all out of the way, let's get into these guys and have a look at these SB Dunk Highs. don't see that many highs. You see a lot of lows. SB Dunk lows. If you think about this calendar year, the Panda Pigeons. I remember them from this year. I remember the Halloween guys. Was it Fright Night or something like that? They were called the Halloween SB Dunk lows. And there have been other SB Dunk lows throughout the year. They're actually kind of getting really cool SB Dunk lows. But you don't see so many highs. I mean, you do see some. I'm not saying you don't see any. Before you guys go like
saying, oh, what about the expressed pair SB Dunk highs from July?
You know, before you get into that, like I'm not saying there haven't been any SB Dunk highs. I'm just saying that you don't see them as often as SB Dunk lows, which is true. And so it's interesting to see them come out like this. Personally, I love this sneaker. I think it's really, really cool. I think what they've done right by it. Usually an SB Dunk whatever is defined by a lot of different color panels on there, different toe box, different overlays, different mid-foot panel, different color swoosh and that kind of stuff. But these guys are predominantly just one color in tumbled leather. But what is that one color? Surely behind me on the green screen, you can see for yourselves. For me, that's green. I can't look at that and see anything but green. But what they're saying in the promotional materials is that that is faded black. I might be wrong. It might be faded black. Maybe it's faded from black to green. Maybe that's the thing they're missing out of their sentence, is that it's faded black to green. But I can't look at that and see anything but a deep, dark, matte green. And it's a very matte colorway, but the thing is, it's uniform. The entire upper is one color, which is very, very rare for an SB Dunk sneaker. They rarely do them in these one colors. I mean, again, I'm not saying they never do them like that. I'm just saying they rarely do them like that. So it's interesting to see that's the choice that Oskar Rozenberg has gone for in his color for this upper, instead of going for multiple colors in the panels and the overlays like SB Dunks often do have. He's gone for that single color, and to me it looks green rather than black. Now it sits atop what looks like a sail midsole and outsole, and this year I've been a little critical of the sail color, because you've seen it a lot on sneakers, especially the first half of 2019. There were an awful lot of sail midsoles and sail outsoles, and it got a bit old and a bit fast, and I was kind of like, you know, oh god, sail again. But in the case of these guys, I actually dig it. I think it's maybe because the upper is just a single solid colorway, instead of having like a white outsole and midsole. They're having a sort of off-white or sail or cream or beige or whatever color that is. I think it works because the single tone of the upper and then a single different tone of the midsole and the outsole, it works. If that had been just white, it would have been a bit too stark. So I actually really dig that midsole and outsole color combination on there, if indeed it is sail. As long as it's not white, I don't really care what color it is, as long as it's not white. If it was just white, I think it would be a bit harsh. Speaking of harsh, sharks live in a harsh environment. Sharks are a harsh animal, deadly in many cases. And here we have a shark on the side of the sneaker. Not only do we have a shark on there, it's in place of the swoosh. Fire. Absolute genius. Somebody out there got this right. I'm guessing it's Oskar Rozenberg, because you, my friend, are a genius. Because that is cool. A shark, and the way it could have gone wrong if the way the shark's head tilts up, it's fine, it works. But it could have gone wrong if they'd gotten the balance of like the shark tail and the head size wrong, or if the angle of the tilt of the head was wrong, or the place where they put the mouth was wrong. If they had it, they got it right. They got it just right, that it's enough to be a swoosh, but it's also enough to actually be a shark instead of looking like a caricature of a shark. And I totally dig it, and I especially dig it because it's on that single tone upper colorway. Then the kind of vibrant colors, especially of the mouth of the shark, really pop, and it really brings something extra to the sneaker. So loving the shark swooshes. Reminds me of a sneaker that dropped here in Japan. I think it was a 1 of 5. There were only 5 Air Jordan 1s. I can't remember the company that did the collaboration. It was a fashion company here, but there were only 5 of these Air Jordan 1s, and the swoosh was actually fire instead of being a swoosh. So I like it when they play with the swoosh and get it right. I don't like it when they play with the swoosh and it turns out gimmicky and they get it wrong. But in the case of these sharks, I actually really dig it. And the colour I was mentioning about the mouth before, about the red pop of colour in the mouth, is actually important, because if you go up onto the lace, the tongue tag, you can see up there that it says in a sort of, it's got an alternating colorway where it's sort of the Nike branding, the Nike word on top of a swoosh, followed by the SB on top of Oski, Oskar Rozenberg's nickname. Oski. So you've got that 4 kind of stages through those things: Nike, swoosh, SB, Oski, in alternating colours: white, red, and I think because of the white, red, that you've already seen in the shark, then it works to have those colours on the tongue there, and they're on a black tongue tag, which is then on the tongue itself. So, and I think it really works, and it adds that extra little bit of colour in there that this shoe needs, because of that uniformness of the colour materials, the upper materials in that, well, what I'm calling green, what I'm assuming is green. So, so that little pop of colour at the top of the tongue really complements the pop of colour in the swoosh there on an otherwise uniform colourway. So all in all, I think they've just got this sneaker really right. I think it's a fire looking sneaker, and I appreciate the t-shirts that look like they're going to come out with these, because they help to bridge that kind of difference between the swoosh and the shark, because what you see is a gradiented kind of development, evolution of the swoosh into shark, which I kind of really appreciate. I dig that. The way they've done that, and the way they're telling the story of how the swoosh went from being a swoosh and into a shark, and I appreciate that narrative. I think it's a really cool thing. So all in all, a fire sneaker, a brilliant collaboration. I don't know how much input Oskar had into these sneakers, whether he designed them all by himself or whether he worked in collaboration with the guys at Nike. Either way, it doesn't really matter, because the Nike SB Dunk High Oski Shark is absolutely fire. That being said, it's time to get out of here and chip over to the butter movement stuff. I always put butter movement stuff at the end of the videos these days, thanks to that tie up with shoe butter. And I've been thinking recently, and anyone who's watching this and watching through to the butter movement stuff, I'd love to get your opinions. But I've been thinking recently about whether or not we need to have like a, what would we call, like a board meeting or an annual general meeting or something. You know, we've established butter movement 2.0 and got it sort of happening. It's a thing, it's real, and we're continuing with it. But I think what we need to do is to say, right, where are we going with this? Where's it going next? I loved the fact that Lawrence dropped me a video on Monday, and if you've not checked out that video yet, ta-ta-ta-ta-ting! Please do check out that video. Having a butter movement guy drop content on my channel is a dream, absolute dream. But it got me thinking about maybe we need to get together, do a live or something, go live and have people commenting and talking about where they want this thing to go. Bringing it back was a big thing. Bringing back the butter movement was a big thing and a hard thing, but it's back. So we've achieved goal number 1, but we don't have goal number 2. So if we're not careful, we just lose it. So we brought the butter movement back. We're established. We're doing our thing. But what does that mean? Where are we going next? What's goal number 2? What's goal number 3? What's goal number 4? And I'd like to do that in collaboration and dialogue with the viewers out there, rather than just for myself to say, I'm going to go this direction, because it's a movement, it's a collection, it's a collaboration. It's not just me, myself. So I'm just, it's a thought that's kind of germinating in my mind, that's sort of growing, that we need to talk and have a dialogue about where we're going with this thing. So butter movement guys, let me know in the comments down below if you have any thoughts about that and about what we could do and where we could go. But for now, it's the end of my daily content, and like I say, I do this every single day, and I love doing it every single day, and I love the feedback and the connection I get to the YouTube world out there, so I appreciate you guys. Thank you for that. But it is time for me to sign off. I will be back tomorrow with that hint number 5. So hint today, number 4 was Shoe Butter's personal favourite, and tomorrow hint number 5 will bring it to a close, and then on Sunday we'll get to look at what Shoe Butter's actually bringing us from the shoe department. For now though, it's time for me to sign off. Thank you guys for checking out my content, and as I do this every single day, I get to look at you guys at the end of every single video and tell you that I am guaranteed to be here tomorrow, so you are guaranteed to see me.